Welcome back to Contest of Speed. Bringing you some AM2 action night here from the Netherlands. I'm your host for the evening, Electric Entree. Joined in the booth with our my brother from across the pond, Rob Star. We ride together again. Filling in for BK tonight. But great to be here. Glad to be here, bring you some AM2 action. Rob, how we doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, I get to commentate this beautiful track, should I say, after racing in EU2. But it's nice to be back in comms with you again.
Yeah, it's been a while. We had a few. You helped me out quite a bit actually last season in AM1, and
Yeah, and around all the AM side, should I say?
yeah, that's exactly that's true. And yeah, and then we haven't got had a chance to get together this season and run it back. So I'm glad to be here with you again, man. It's like riding a bike, just like old times.
Yeah, first time commentating AM well, actually in season 14, so first time.
Yeah,
We see Mel Carlson here going down the main straight into turn one. Quite a difficult corner. You don't want to get early on accelerated unless you will go a bit wide onto the quick right-hander now. Gently onto the throttle. You're almost sliding out that corner. You want to be
ooh,
careful on the curbs around here,
yeah,
like
it looked a
we've
little
just
rough
seen
going
right
across there.
now. Yeah, the curbs are a bit deadly around here, really. He goes onto the grass. You don't want to do that, but right now, he's got the car on the track, and that's what you want to see to stay on the track.
Yeah, he's managed to keep it on track despite that. He didn't cut the corner. He clipped the curb and looked like it took him for a little bit of a rough ride, but he kept it under control and seems to be staying smooth with it. Obviously, first one out on the track on a hot lap, so he's got two purple sector twos under his belt. But he seems to be doing all right so far.
Hmm. But now this is the bit where I've been seeing people spin on the final corner. There's like this magical bump which sends people flying into the wall, which I have seen Sid bin it there, which I have clipped it. But
I think we've seen Sid bid it in a few spots. Poor guy. But see there,
so we got
Martin. He's looks like he's pulling off to the side of the track. Maybe well, I was gonna say maybe
letting the
waiting to give a
people drive.
toe, but his teammate's still in the pit. So
Just letting the people buy, so it makes it more easier because this track is quite tricky and small, should I say.
yeah, it is
So the
very tight.
corners are very, well, say, very overtaken spots are where the DRSs are because around this track, the corners are quite difficult to make a move on, should I say, on people.
Yeah, you definitely have to be on your A game around this one if you wanna fight with people.
So we
And you were
got William EK going fifth now.
so currently
Carry on.
we got it sitting on Pablo plays pole position 109.593, and we do have cost bets is live at this moment. We've got a poll time over under for you. Be sure to get your channel points in. Try to win some more. Um,
We've
I
got
think the
too
time is
much I
set at
want to save.
109.4, so we're knocking on the door already on first
Hmm.
out laps. But you never know here. Uh, we're on board now though with DB the best and the Pick Sauber. He's going to bring it up to P8 with a 110.4, right ahead of his teammate Sarazel, who is
Almost
reserving up from
beating a
AM3.
Ferrari. Yeah, almost beating the Ferrari there by a few tenths, should I say. But right now, the gaps are quite wide, should I say,
Yeah,
between some drivers.
we've got from P1 to P9, we have almost exactly a 1 second gap in the top nine. Uh, you know, I most of my commentating experience is in AM1, and usually you get second and a half from 1 to 20 when we have a full
Hmm.
field. So
But,
I think it'll
hmm.
tighten up as the session goes on. Though track rubbers in, these guys get comfortable with conditions.
But we did just see an Alpine invalidating his lap on the final corner there on the curb.
That's right. That was T Nell in the Alpine,
But we do
invalidated.
have Bandit here in the Visa Cash App right now onto the entering the final few corners now. Keeps it nice and tight on the exit there. That exit can be somewhat difficult as let's say, the tracks, not leveling out, not being perfect. And like right now, there's been porpoising around that banker right-hander. Onto the line he goes the slowest with a 110.8. Mal Carton beating Pablo Plays there. I'm guessing on pole by a few tenths there. So it's definitely going to be a close one in
That's
qualifying
right.
if these drivers can show what they've got in the bag.
We'll go on board here now. Orlando, Mel Cart's teammate. Mel just setting pole with a 109.5. See there, he's letting Orlando by. Orlando starting his first hot lap of the session. Finally leaving the pits. We've got 11:30 left in the short qualifying. And let's see what Orlando can do here. His teammate just put it on pole, beating out Pablo Plays by 700ths of a little under 700ths of a second. So very tight for 1-2. And I'm sure Orlando wants to get up there in the mix as well.
Let's see what can he prove us. Can he be up there, or would it be in the mid pack or the low pack? But right now, it seems like that's been clean so far onto the DRS zone.
This
now.
may be a problem for him here. 2 cars ahead of him. Oh, both going into that.
Cause a problem.
That will hurt his time. I think he may just try and rock and roll with it though. Get a little tow here from this Aston Martin ahead.
Pretty sure it's pulled out of it. Yep, he's recharging now. Recharging. So who was that? Maybe Visa Cash App. Was it Pablo Plays? No, it wasn't. But right now, Pablo's got a purple sector 1 right now. So at this rate, he might still pole from Mel Carton so far, but he runs wide on that left undercurve and goes wide and breaking that 100-meter board.
Sitting piece of scattering across the track there. We've got a yellow flag in that sector for that. Manages to recover. It doesn't look like any damage to his car. Can't say the same for that 100-meter board.
Causing a bit too much debris there.
Yeah, and you can tell he's been off track. Look how dirty the side of that V carb is.
But you know what I've seen? The top 4 are very ones in the 109s. And I mean the top 5 actually.
Yeah, heavy challenge just crossing the line.
Up to P4 it goes, beating his teammate, almost beating Cam Tizzle there in the Haas. So,
that's right. Yeah, and I mean look at the times: 109.5 to 109.9 in your top 5. Very very close, and 1-2 extremely close, and then 3 and 4 very close as well. Salt in that second Ferrari, he's still in the 109s, but he's about a tenth of a second behind his teammate there. It's not, which is not bad at all by any means. But the gap there is probably the biggest of the top 5. So let's see who else we have on a hot lap here.
I don't think anyone else is. I think we're just going in now into the pits. But I'm pretty sure DK in the Williams now, starting his lap now to the first sector. What can he do? Right-hander gets it nice and clean. Gets what a hairpin there! That banker. That's what I want to see. Onto the right, then the left, then the right, then quick right-hander. It's like you're going 6 or 7th gear around this corner, and you go flat out again if you get the perfect line. Down to 4th or 3rd. Round this corner, keeps it nice and clean onto the hairpin now. About to enable that DRS back, which gives you way more speed down the line. The drag reduction system. Onto the right-hander now. To the hairpin. He's got a purple sector too.
Oh.
And he spins it.
Well, he had a little I say understeer, but just like the whole car went sideways. It didn't really track.
I think maybe he took too much of a curb and he hit the underbody. Maybe into settle the car and make them lose the car there.
Unfortunate.
He was on for the lap there as well.
Yeah. Well, I noticed he was coming out of Sector 1. He was only 0.02 of a second faster through Sector 1 than his previous best lap. But it was looking really good all the way through 2. Coming into 3, it kind of lost a little steam there.
But the DB the best. I'm just going with the best, so it's easier. Let's see if he can prove himself. He is the best, but he looks like he's pulled out of his lap after something happening. Let's go on board with his teammate now. And
Oh,
he
he goes
goes
off
wide.
track. Perfect time to swap back. Oh no. Oh,
Unlucky. He's probably going to be watching back. I hope nobody sees that mistake. As soon as we go on board, we see that mistake from him.
he was slightly down on his time coming out of sector 2, but that little wiggle
Hmm.
there lost him over half a second on his time, unfortunately.
But Orlando here did mess up his first lap after getting blocked. It goes with a 112.7. So looks like he's got some time to find him at lap because I know he was on a great lap until we got blocked there into the final sector of a few corners.
Yeah, he was on a heater, and unfortunately just caught lap traffic at the wrong time. Well, looks like he's gonna let his teammate by there. And
So let's see what is It's not improving with the first sector, so it looks like can't do much there. Swings around the right hand and go a bit too wide and go off to the runoff area.
oh, so he's gonna
So
let
not
Orlando back by again. They're just swapping positions here in this qualifying session.
Let's come on board with some good salt here. Who's running P5. He's about to go into sector 3. What can he do in sector 2? What can
Well,
he
he's got a
improve?
purple sector
Nine.
too.
But it's up by 46
Yeah,
milliseconds. Touching the gravel there, unsettling the car there out of the exit. So something's happened there. Onto the final corner now. Can he get a good run? Uses the curb very gently, and you can see the car pulsing up and down through there.
yeah.
And he goes into the pits, and he's not happy with that lap at all.
So we'll jump on board here at the Red Bull of Angel Lagos. He's reserving up from AM3 as well. We got quite a few AM3 reserves in here tonight, actually.
Clear
And
short's 3. Well, one's missing, but we got 3 drivers which are reserving. And we can see that pulsing again, but looks like they're very charging some reason. And it's
he improves his time by half a
improvement.
second, but not enough to move him up ahead of Oscar in that Aston Martin. So Angel Lagos will stay P17 for now.
But right now, Camtus was on a lap, but also Mel Carson is and got a purple sector 1. So I don't know who to watch right now. As Cam Tuzzle just have a purple sector 2, improving by a tiny bit. So let's see what he can do after this lap and go on board with Mel Carton, who is on Repulsitor right now, and see what he can do to challenge that time if he does beat his time. Because cross the line.
Cam Tizzle,
Yes, he does.
109.5.
And now Mel Carlson going through the final corner now. Looks like he's improving by the tiniest bit. But he does need that as Cam Tizzle does get poled by 3 milliseconds there. So Mel Carlson goes across the line.
Takes it
And
back.
grabs pole.
We are now in the 109.4s.
And he's saying, no, thank you. I will take my pole position back and I will keep it.
What a battle we have going on here.
Because heavy calisters invalidate their lap. Let's see, they're going into the pits now. Who's on to watch? I'm pretty sure it would be Pablo Plays, but looks like he's into the first sector now. I think he would be a challenger for the top 3 right now, as he was right behind Mel Carlton on the first banker laps, should I say, for these drivers. And he's currently going for sector 1.
Purple
Purple
sector
1. So let's see
700ths of a
do.
second down from his previous best time, and he needs a little over a tenth and a half to take that pole from Mel Carton. Currently sitting at a 5.93. It's got to beat a 4.32. And we may still have actually cost bets may still be live, so I'll just take this a moment to remind you all. We have a pole time over under going right now. 109.4, I believe, is the cutoff, is the line for the over under. So you may still have some time to get your bets in, win some channel points. Pablo
right now,
coming around that final corner, and boy, you pointed it out, but it is bumpy in that spot.
Yeah, but he might go to 109.2.
There it is, 109.1.
What can Mel do to challenge that? I don't think he can challenge him with anything.
Well, Pablo needed a tenth and a half to beat it, and he came back and got 4.5 instead with a 109-102. He's got a decent gap there. These guys are like scratching at the end. They're pushing the limits on the times they're setting. So
But I
they're
don't think.
they're really
Fair
going to have
enough.
to dig deep to find that time. Orlando,
Yeah.
he's down a second, 1.2 seconds now on his time, which would bring him in the 111s. Still not enough to be up there at the top, but he's got one more sector to go.
Gets a clean run on that exit, but like I said about pole thing, it's just horrible around that banker left-hander. And up to P7 he goes, so he definitely needed that lap.
Yes, he did. Taking 2.6 seconds off his previous best lap, which really was more of a banker lap than
Hmm.
anything.
But,
We're
looks
on
like
board.
Mel's not going. No, Mel's going out, so you don't have much time left to get around the track.
No,
So he
we've got a
does.
minute 20 left in the session. He's going to have to hustle if he wants to get around the line.
Oh, he almost bins it the banker, the hairpin of the banker, the I think turn 3 in sector 1. Almost doing a Daniel Ricciardo there, almost spinning it in the wall and slowing down for the drivers. So I don't think he can make it back in time. I don't think he can do another lap.
He's really got to hustle. He's got 57 seconds and got to cross that line before the time runs out if you want to set a final lap. So we'll see if he makes
he
it.
would have enough time.
Nick AC improving his time by almost 4/10, but it's not enough to improve his position. He remains P15 behind Kos Garwin for the moment.
But right now, Pablo's making improvements, making it harder for other people to set pole. He's improving by 15 milliseconds in that sector 2. So he's definitely going to set a challenge for those drivers behind him, as he just have that slipstream from his teammate there, as you can see.
Yeah, Bantu really helping him out there. That slipstream right there at the right time, too, down that straight. That's huge. Improving to 109.1. 109.101.
How much did he improve by? I'm pretty sure it was did he improve by a whole minute, 1 second, 1 millisecond?
I think he did, but it was an improvement nonetheless.
Nonetheless. And Mel does cross the line just in time to try and set a lap and challenge Pablo Pace for that pole position. But let's see what he can do. He's not improving in that first sector. Looks like he can't do anything. And Cam Tizzle's not improving as well. So
No. Mel Carter's going to need a miracle here if he wants to improve his position. He was up 6.5 tenths coming through sector 1, so I don't look to see him making that big of an improvement over the rest of the lap.
Yeah, I don't think any of the top 5 is improving any other laps. So let's go on board with Fragley going across the line, improving by a tiny bit, but cannot gain any positions. Chubb's done, and I'm pretty sure that's Bandu done as well. So I'm pretty sure that is your qualifying today, lads, for AM2.
Yeah, Mel Carton up 1.5 seconds already, so he's gonna hang on to that P2 there. So we've got somebody's debris flying all over the track.
I am pretty sure that was what was it? Pretty sure it was in Chubb Tucker. Yes, Chubb Tucker's got no front wing. But it was insane seeing Mel Carton, clearing that pole position, getting it back after Cam Tizzle taking that pole position. Then Pablo out of nowhere, he improves once, then he improves again by a millisecond. So it shows that really, anybody can get pole if they can get a good lap in.
That's exactly right. We see him going in the pits now. He was the last one to come in, and they get him in the garage here, and we'll be ready to start the race. All right. So while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna go ahead. We'll fix this prediction up. Did we have anybody? We did. Okay. 109.399. That was beat. So we're gonna pick that outcome. So if you bet the under, congratulations, you're getting some channel points. All right. So here's our starting grid for our not Belgian. I'm sorry. Dutch Grand Prix. Pablo plays with the P1, a 109.101. Melkart and Cam Tizzle, the Ferraris of Good Salt and Heavy Chalice in P5, Serazzle, Orlando, DK Nortec, Fragley, Chubb Tucker in 10th, DB DeBest, T-Nell, Chipman, Koss Garwin, Nick AC30 in P15, ZZG, Speedy B, Bandut, and Angelegos bringing up the rear, P18 reserving up from AM2. And that is your grid that we'll be kicking off with.
And I've noticed 3 teams have lined up right next to each other, so they definitely don't want to, collide with each other into the first corner. So just gotta hope they can keep it clean and get past the past turn 1, as it is chaos around design vaults, as it is quite a tight track for the corners.
All right, we've got as we wait for these guys to get their
Strategy done.
setups in, their strategies dialed in. We've got another cost bets prop up for you now. Number of finishers of the race tonight is the race bet. So if you won your bet during qualifying, here's your chance to go 2 for 2, and if you lost, here's your chance to win your points back. And if you didn't bet the first time, here's your chance to get in on the action at all. Also, would like to take time. We're gonna do a little self promotion here. If you like what you've seen so far on track and you'd like to be a part of it, exclamation point Discord in the chat, the Twitch chat will provide a link to the Contest of Speed Discord. We'd love to have you come join us. We've got tiers for every skill level, both American and European divisions. Yeah, so I mean we've got European division, American division. 3 tiers apiece currently. That can expand with more signups. We have tiers for all skill levels, all assist usage, or ABS and traction control usage. And it's a great place to be.
Don't forget AM1 and EU1 can have medium TC, I think, and no TC.
That's right. Yes. So our top division is limited to medium traction or less. Our 2 and 3 tiers in each division are full up to full TC and ABS as well. But even if you're not interested in racing competitively, it's a great community to be a part of. If you just like playing the game, you want to come be a part of a community that enjoys playing Formula One, enjoys the real life Formula One sport. It's a great place to be. Lots of great people here. Very supportive. Clean racing, clean. It's just a great place to be. I've been here 3 seasons, and I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. So, like I said, exclamation point Discord in the chat will provide you a link to our Discord, and come on and join us. It's a great time. And we're still waiting for race strategy, fuel levels, tire strat to be dialed in. Getting a nice view of the pit lane, and any minute here.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't realize it's. We've been talking for about 5 minutes now.
It feels like it.
Yeah, it feels like it, and they haven't done anything. It seems like it. What are they waiting on, guys? Come on, we want to see some action here. We want to see some racing.
This is so funny because in AM3, it's like you don't even have time to think. Oh, here we go. We've got a countdown going now. I can hear it beeping. AM3, as soon as we load in, somebody's ready to go. You hardly have any time. You got to rush it. So this is wild. But we've got it dialed in. We're ready. The countdown timer's gone, and here we are at the start. Behind red lights. We are off here at Zandvoort for the Belgian Grand Prix season 4. Oh my God, Pablo plays going, spinning on the start,
and hitting a McLaren there, which is I'm pretty sure. Was it Orlando? No, was it Mel Carlton? It was Mel Carlton.
It was. So now Mel Carlton's down with his teammate, P6. And that puts Cam Tizzle up P1.
Which, Mel Carlton has been dropping a lot of positions there. And it looks like there's a big incident at the back there. It looks like a kick driver and an Alpine at the back there. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like there's some collision there. Those 2 drivers.
DB DeBest dropping down the order off the start there. I'm not sure what happened, but he was tumbling hard. It's him and the Alpine and T-Nell were both there at the back. You can see Angelegos bringing up the rear. But I think actually Angelegos I think he has some damage from that incident there to start. No, he doesn't. He's got full wing. Somebody did, because I saw some parts flying there. Maybe that was Mel Carton's. wing
At the
guards.
start, very race start, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was Mel Carton. He's missing his left end plate there.
Yeah, it was Pablo after losing the car at the start, then swinging the car into his front wing, and then losing an end plate there. But we can see him losing so much positions and holding up the whole, should I say, train as he does go and hits for a new wing, same as Chipman. So it looks like he got wing damage as well. So you're right, someone else did get wing damage, and it was him. And we see T now at the back there spinning as well. So I'm not sure what happened there. But Pablo, does Pablo have damage? I don't
I
look
don't
like
think
he
he
has
does.
damage.
I think
No,
he's fine.
it's clean. He's clean.
But yeah, interesting note there. You know, Mel he was down there P9, and there's already a 1.7 second gap there.
Mm. Also, I think you kind of missed it. There was a kick. No, who was it? Somebody went. Somebody hit the curb on the two left-handers. You know, the outside curb. They kind of rode it and then got flung flying. I'm not sure
I
who
believe
it
it may have
was.
been Heavy Chalice in that Ferrari. He's dropped down to P12 now.
I think so. It might be him.
Doesn't look like he has any damage. He's right on the back of Bandu in that V card, but he has dropped way down in the order. The Ferraris, remember, we're starting what 4 and 5, and now Good Salt is up P2, and Heavy Chalice is down to P12. Orlando though in that McLaren coming in fastest lap so far with a 1:12, and he's improved up to P5.
But right now, my front three, they have I've just seen him go wiggle, should I say, left and right into turn one. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but they're still racing and they still kept their noses clean. But right now, it's something super tight at the top three between Pablo, Some Good Soul, and Cam. So it'd be nice to see if anybody will send it down the inside as there's a giant DRS train.
Yeah, Mel Carton, he's in the pits yet again.
Maybe he's gone to the tire? What's happened to him? Maybe he's gone back into the mediums? But either way, it's going to drop him back so far.
Well, let's take a look here at our tire selection here for the race. Mel Carton, he's on the 1 lap medium. Looks like he went back to his old tires there. So we got top 3, Cam Tizzle, Good Salt, Pablo Plays, all on the mediums.
And
Sarrazzle has retired. That's a virtual safety
car.
car.
Oh, I think he's done a Sid. That's the only reference I can call it. No, he's just, instead of going right into the wall, he's gone left at the high banking area, should I say.
Oh no.
So he's gone the opposite way. So maybe he tried to catch it, but then oversteered it and put it into the wall by accident.
Unfortunate. All right, so yeah, back to tires. Cam Tizzle, Good Salt, Pablo Plays, top 3, all on the mediums. 4 through 7 on the softs. And then it's mainly mediums from there with Heavy Chalice on the softs and Cost Garwin on the hards. So we've got one hard runner on the whole grid at the moment. And that's our tires. Okay, virtual safety car is over.
And if you see Some Good Soul here going down the inside of Cam Tizzle over here, but it's not enough to overtake him. But who's going to have that DRS? No one does. Looks like you can get that DRS detected as soon as virtual safety card ended, but we will have DRS again onto the next DRS straight. But we can see there, on the back, Orlando's trying to make a move on Pablo, but then Pablo was defending against him.
Oh, it looks like we've got a
too wide here.
Salt getting that. Oh, they make contact coming around that corner. Salt managed to hang on there. They both hang on. Doesn't look like any damage. And Salt will take the lead of this race. So we've got Salt, Cam Tizzle, Pablo Plays, Orlando, and DK Nortec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a bit of a DRS train here.
And Fragley, don't forget Fragley.
Oh, and Fragley in P6.
Just leave him out.
I've totally missed him. And then we've got a 3.8 second gap to P7.
But right now, Fragley looks like you can't see him at DRS train. Looks like you can't handle the softs very well, as some people can handle the tire wear and the grip. So it looks like he's kind of struggling, should I say, try to keep up with the leaders here.
Jumping on board here is hang on, we've got some fight going on here. Wow. Pablo getting around on Orlando there. Looked like he almost cut that curb. I don't think he did, but it was real close. And got the pass on. We got this beautiful helicopter shot. Got the cranes with the cameras.
Oh, I'm jealous. I don't even have that. As Cam goes down the inside on the Ferrari, like the Ferrari did, but went around the outside instead.
Oh, banging wheels a bit there.
And then we see another battle behind him as well. So Orlando and Pablo plays here. So it looks like two drivers. Bumper cars. What? It just gave each other a fist bump there. Seems like it. Just a fist bump. And it's a fist bump, and then we said, "Yeah, we're chill. Let's carry on racing."
Fragley back there, gotta mention Fragley this time for sure. Back there in P6, he's within DRS of these guys, but he's hanging back just a little bit. And I gotta wonder if maybe he's seeing all this fighting ahead of him. He doesn't really want to get caught up in that just yet, so he's trying to see what happens here before he makes a move.
As Destructor says over chat, looks like Pablo likes hitting McLarens today, eh? So says that in the chat.
Yeah, Pablo. He's been reserving up into AM1, and he's had a little beef, I guess, with Potty, threatening to take him out every race. Potty also a McLaren driver, so seems like he's got a little beef with the Papaya cars there.
So Cam defends his spot for P1, and he keeps that position done. So it looks like no switcheroo this lap, unless we can overtake Cam onto the second DRS zone, which would be in Sector 2 and the bit of Sector 3. And we see a Red Bull out of Angeles going round at the final banking, going a bit too much power, reversing backwards into the wall there. But looks like no safety car, all clean, but does have wing damage on that end plate. But back to a lead now, as we see the 6 drivers try to battle for that P1 position, the most important position on the grid, or the podium spot, or for points. I don't know what to say. I lost words. I was cooking and then I lost words.
Overcooked. That's all right. The English aren't known for their cuisine. It's all right.
Wow. Wow. Had to go for
I'm sorry, Rob. I apologize. I had to do it. It's been too long, brother. I missed you. I had to get one in. So we got Cam Tizzle back in the front. Good salt in P2. He's right on his tail, though. I mean, these guys have been battling back and forth. Mainly clean, a little bit of wheel banging here and there as they go by each other, but nothing that's like damaging or pushing each other off track. And which is easy to do here. Very tight track, as we said before. But these top 6 are staying very close together.
And that's just Andres into the barrier to the left, and it is a safety
car. And that will bring up our brand new safety car overlay presented by our league partner Trax VR. New overlay provided courtesy of our resident graphics wizard BK. Shout out to him.
The new sponsor as well.
That's
Trax
right.
VR. If you haven't heard of it, it is in the Discord. So you do get a pretty sure a discount. 3 or is it 5%? I don't know. I think it's 2 or 5. Different stuff.
I think you're right. But I should have done a little more research on that. But I was told to mention the new sponsor with the new safety car overlay. I've done my part. So we got a safety car here. Looks like the top 6. Oh no! Oh, big fake out by Cam Tizzle, looking like he was diving in the pit, and then whipped it out the last second. Good Salt wasn't fooled, but the other 3 were. And they're in the pits now. So we've got Tizzle, Good Salt, Fragley moving up to P3 in that Red Bull. And everyone else hitting the pits.
Got forward and got sent into the pits. As we have now officially caught up to the safety car. So no, Mel Carlton almost getting that there by the front, should I say. So we can see on the track map, or Mel Carlton, not Orlando. Mel Carlton almost getting beaten by the front runners.
Yeah, he's hustling around. This is if he can get caught back up, he doesn't have to hit the pits again. I think he's already had Where's our detail here? Yeah, our stops. Yeah, Carton's already been in the pits 3 times this race, so he should be on decently. Brand new hard tires. So if he
Maybe he's
doesn't,
looking to stay at the end,
yeah, if he
kind
if,
of
if he
rush it
doesn't hit the
out.
pits now, this will be huge for his race, bringing him back into contention, or at least with the pack. He can catch some DRS. No penalties
So
as yet to
he is,
speak of, which is awesome to see.
so he is a half a lap down, so he's got some catching up to do, but it's going to help him as he can keep the heat in the tyres, as it is a struggle and a pain to heat up these tyres in F124 under the safety car.
That's right.
Going left and right
And
don't really work.
and this track here as well, it's very hard to keep heat in that front right. It cools down so much during this lap. You'll overcook your front left and your lefts in general, and they wear almost 3 times as much as your right side will over the course of this race.
As you see, Cam almost locking up there into the first corner under the safety car, so not sure what he's going to try to pull, but almost losing the car there. But realistically, I think the front three should have pitted, because the people who were with the top 3 are right behind them. This is the Pablo, Orlando, and DK with the freshest tyres. So they will be able to attack the top 4 and regain those positions back.
We're on lap 10 of 36, yes, and we've got a lot of hard tires on the grid now. We went from mainly mediums and softs, now it's mainly hards, with a few mediums and softs scattered through there. And the top 4 all on 9-lap-old tires. And I think Koss Garwin's going to be have the best chance of the bunch now. He's on those hards with 9 laps on him. Surely I don't think he'll struggle to compete with these guys behind him on pressure hards, but I think there's going to be a crossover point here soon with those softs and mediums ahead of him.
Yeah, but you've just gotta get those tyres, up to heat, and then you can actually finally see the real performance in the tyres. If you can't get, the power down on cold tyres, you will struggle for a lap and a half.
Yes.
Because the tyre heat is there. Oh, I forgot the safety car call, actually.
Safety car in this lap. Late call on that safety car. Interesting. So Cam Tizzle's going to back him up.
Last second, but thank God nobody caused a pylon, should I say. No one crashed into each other. As we see, Cam going already into turn 1.
Good Saul managed to stay with him pretty well, though. Oh, and Orlando dropping positions.
Well, to DK, but also Koss Garwin losing positions. Oh, you see at the back there.
And Chaos, losing a wing there in the first corner.
As you see, Chubb Tucker losing almost all his front wing as well. So it looks like they had an incident as well. But
unfortunately, so now we got a coming out of the safety car restart, right straight into a VSC. We've got a V carb at the back. Dude, totally missing his wing. Chubb, he's barely got a wing, and that's an important piece of equipment to have on this track. It's so fast, but also very technical.
Actually, not really. You need your ties.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I would say it's probably the second most important piece of equipment to have on your car.
You definitely need your tyres to get around this track.
That's right.
If you've got no tyres, where are you going? Back into the pits and retiring. Actually, come and get to the pits because you have no wheels. But as you see, Cam's still in that lead. The top 3 there still in that lead, and Pablo only gaining 1 position, overtaking Koss Garwin on the safety car restart before the virtual. Pablo's still on the back of these top 3 drivers who haven't pitted.
Yeah, and I'd say he's going to start making some headway when we come out of this VSC. But Garwin there, look, he's already down 1.2 seconds from Pablo. Looks like he's making up a little time now, though, but maybe trying to just stay well under that delta. But keep track at home. I think Cosbet's... Oh, DRS is enabled. First safety car is gone. We're back to green flag racing. Cam Tizzle in the lead. Good salt right behind him. Bragley, Pablo plays Koss Garwin in P5 here, 1.1 seconds behind. But right behind him, Orlando and DK Nortec, very close together. Orlando chasing Garvin down for that P5. DK, he's looking to maybe take a double overtake, get that P5 from both of them.
Right now it's the
Oh, and we
DRS.
have
So
Nortec. He's had a little bobble there, and he's dropped spots. That relieves a little pressure out the back for Orlando. He's still chasing down Garwin on those old 11-lap old hards. So the compound is the same. Orlando's got the fresher ones, though. 3 laps, and it's mainly all been safety car. So he's going to be struggling with tire temperature, which I guess everybody is. But
right now, DRS is now enabled for these drivers, so which really helps Pablo as well. And Orlando right now going down the inside with that overspeed, overtaking, cost Garwin there down to turn 1 and keeps it nice and clean.
Easily getting that overtake done.
Garwin is getting attacked by the Ferrari next, so he's going to have more and more problems as he's dropping positions to the new tyre runners here. So it looks like his strategy is not going to the best right now. He's probably hoping to stay with the pack at the front, but now he's struggling to keep up with the pack in front.
That's right. We saw CCG Speedy B also reserving up from AM3. He's going to swap positions with his teammate for the night, Nick AC. Oh, and Nick going, oh, wow. Oh.
Some good salt. Taking that curb bed, losing that position to Pablo. So Pablo got an easy move done there. He kind of, on that left-hander, the double left-hander, that curb on the outside, he kind of rode it while still on board. Helps Pablo there. So it looks like it's getting past these drivers super easily. And now the next driver would be Cam Tizzle. So he won't have DRS. So it would be an easy move if he can get that range to overtake him.
Pablo plays with the fastest lap, 112.5.
Oh, what have I just seen?
So that's the fastest lap. Immediately Vincent. I don't know, did they come together there, or?
From my perspective, I think Pablo turned in a bit too early and then had contact with Cam Tizzle, to which Cam Tizzle went into the wall and Pablo got wing damage from her.
Cam Tizzle missing both end plates. Pablo barely having the right side of his wing. Yeah, so they're both going to need to hit the pits as Cam lets Fragley by, and that's rough for both of them.
Yeah, right now I'm seeing, no offense to Pablo, but he's kind of a hitman right now, taking out everybody by accident, which I hope for, but it's by accident. And getting unlucky during the race. He had a good qualifying, but now he's got no front wing.
Lost Garwin going around there.
Looks like those hards are not helping him.
And he's lost another position to Nick AC30, and that puts Garwin down in P13.
But right now, up the front, you can see the gaps of kind of heavily been separated after that incident between the two. Well, actually, the Haas and the Visa cash up as Pablo gets a 10-second time penalty as well for speeding in the pit lane. So unlucky for him.
Yeah, and his day's just gone from bad to worse.
Good, actually, getting pole.
Oh, Chuck Tucker with the fastest lap, a 112.5.
But down to P11. It looks like he's got the pace, but he's 18 seconds behind the driver in front. So
I think he had a pit stop there, maybe under BSC or under green flag, put him so far behind. But he's making up for it now, and he's already up 17 behind. He's closing that gap to Garwin ahead.
I just noticed Red Devil's comment saying, well, without the engine you can't move, so probably that's the most important thing. Realistically, you can by pushing the car, so it does move, but without the wheels it can't move because you need something to roll, you get it? I don't know what to say anymore.
Bradley with the 10-second for speed in the pit lane as well.
Oh.
We see Mel Carton. He's makes the pass on the Ferrari of Heavy Chalice. That moves him up to P3, and that's a double podium for McLaren at this current moment. But good salt, looking great. Almost a 4-second gap for Orlando with P2. And Pablo really did him a favor taking Cam Tizzle out. Because that really relieved the pressure on him, and he's just out there on a cruise at this moment.
But right now, it's rather a double McLaren podium or a double Ferrari podium. So
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, we're not even halfway through this race yet. Lap 16 to 36, plenty of racing left to go. And Heavy Chalice, he's chasing down Mail in that McLaren. You know, Mail got that pass done on the DRS zone on the starting straight, and Heavy Chalice, he's going to have something to say about that. You know, he's coming after him. He wants that spot back.
definitely. But if I look at the tyres, they got about the same tyre life. Mel's on 8 and Heavy is on 7. So, also, some good soul hasn't pitted yet. So basically, it might be a guaranteed double McLaren podium here, as he hasn't pitted yet.
Yeah, he's going to be hoping for another safety car, I think, so he can get in and get those tires swapped over. And the way this race has gone so far, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Carton doing a good job holding Heavy Chalice here at about a half-second gap behind. Close enough for DRS, but maybe not close enough to get a pass done. But you can see now through this sector too, Heavy Chalice he's bringing that gap down slightly by about a tenth. But seems like Carton really does well in the high-speed section.
It does, but let's see what happens on this DRS zone now. But you know what I've seen at the back there? The best. He might be close enough to get him at DRS. The time's going up and down. But looks like he hasn't found his true pace yet, so not sure what's happening there. But I have a feeling he could catch up if he can get some pace down. But also, Mal Carson catching up to his teammate now, so I'm not sure what's happening here.
I think maybe Orlando slowing down just a bit help Carton here get a little DRS help him defend from Heavy Chalice there behind.
Always got side.
Oh, ZZ. Oh, Speedy B retiring from the session in the pits. I thought he crashed.
He thought he crashed, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that yellow flag pop up. Thought he crashed, but no, he retired in the pits, and that will leave us with 14 left in this race. So our cost bets was number of finishers for the race, and I think the line was at 15. So we have under 15 left in the race. You bet the under. Congratulations on your newfound wealth. Looks like now Carton there following Orlando around. He's managed to extend that gap a little bit to Heavy Chalice. Not quite broken the DRS yet, but
I'm not sure why he's going super slow. He's let them catch up and lost that time to Some Good Soul, which is on 17 old mediums.
Well, and that may be, think about it though. If he's got a pit. If you're 5 seconds behind, you're going to get ahead of him. Orlando staying to the inside, letting Mail go around the outside with the DRS. They're going to swap positions going into turn 1. And now it's Orlando's fight with that Ferrari of Heavy Chalice. They're trying to prevent a Ferrari double podium, and so far they're doing a fine job of it.
But if I was I would be switching positions with McLaren drivers and make sure Heavy don't, overtake them. They can work together, as we see the two drivers at the back there. They kicked out by the Mercedes, slowly reeling in the second, third, and fourth there. I remember the gap was go to it was 1.7, but now down to 1.3. So they've definitely had some crashing.
Yeah, and he's going to want to get into that DRS. He's got Nick AC30 hot on his heels, and he's going to want some DRS to help fight against Nick. Nick's very quick. He was in AM3 last season. Did a great job down there. He's moved up to AM2 this season, and actually, I think this might be his debut race in AM2 because I think he was kind of a late comer to the season. He had some other commitments going on and wasn't able to race until after the break.
Let's look at the standings and let's see if he's raced or not.
I would love to do that. I did not get the standings loaded up into OBS for tonight for AM2. I can show you the AM1 standings. Don't have the AM2. That's unfortunately.
Do we want to show that? For the people who would be interested to the AM1 standings.
No, if you want to see the AM1 standings, you're going to have to tune in tomorrow night. Catch AM1 9 p.m. Eastern here on Contest of Speed on Twitch. I'll be there tomorrow night. That's my normal tier I commentate. So come hang out again.
Nick has raced. He has attended 2 races and he's got 20 points and he's currently 11th in the standing. So after not being here for most of the races, he is quite up there and looks like he's catching up to some people with some points as we see Nick dropping from the best.
Yeah,
The best is now on that DRS.
the best got the DRS. Now he can defend properly, and Nick's just barely in that DRS range. He's looking to use this long DRS zone here to keep it close enough to stay with him. But DeVest really getting some help here, and it's helped extend that gap out. As we see, he's broken that 1 second following distance now.
But we do see the McLaren switching positions again, so they're currently doing a smart move, switching positions so we can not let the Ferrari get into that podium spot, and without the McLarens fighting, letting each other pass very easily, should I say, as we see Nick there kind of struggling on his soft. So it looks like his softs are not in a good condition right now compared to the drivers in front. Pretty sure we've got the mediums and the hard runners there. But some good salts still out there on those mediums, so he should be soon to pit.
That's right, 20 laps on the mediums. And
I'm pretty sure my strategy was 22 laps on the mediums until the safety car came out and ruined the strategy. So round now, he should be pitting soon.
Well, he's staying out for one more. We're going to have 21 laps on those mediums now. We're on lap 22 of 36, just over the halfway point of the race. And, look, losing a little bit of traction in the rear there. See Salt kind of kicking it out sideways. And now he's losing time. And looks like DB DeBest and Heavy Chalice there fighting. DB DeBest makes the pass. And that moves Heavy Chalice back to P5. And now it's on the kick to go fight with those McLarens.
Yeah, it looks like he's cooking somehow. He's caught up to these drivers, should I say, with a 1.7 gap down to, well, should I say now 4th place, overtaking the Ferrari. So right now he's doing a good job keeping the car on the track and staying with these drivers at the front.
Yes. Yeah, so the McLarens they're catching good salt up ahead. I think his tires are finally starting to give out. We saw him losing traction a bit. He's got a 4.3 second gap now. He's lost almost a second to the McLarens over the last lap. And McLaren's catching up. DB DeBest following them in. Heavy Chalice still staying with the kick, but Nick AC back there in that Mercedes, he's falling back to 1.8 seconds behind P5. And there we go. Good salt in the pits. He's done 22 laps on the mediums. Said it's time for a change. Both the McLaren's going to go by, taking up all the track, making sure nobody gets by him.
And about that, the best is trying to get down the inside of Mel Carter there, but Orlando just gave that position to his teammate, and a bit of contact there between the McLaren.
Wow.
Now the Ferrari's getting included through that banker, so quite a mess, in one corner.
Yeah, lost his that Ferrari there, Heavy Chalice. He's missing his left end plate now on his front wing. So a little bit of damage for him in that contact as well.
From my experience, getting the wing damage around there, I got wing damage 3 times, and there was quite a struggle getting wing damage. It's not the best, like you did say. Well, you do need a wing around here. It's quite important. But as you see, Chub Tucker there, spinning round and losing his end plate. So I'm not sure what happened to him. Looks like probably he might have lost traction or collision with another car, as he's just, I'm not sure what he's doing right now. He's driving off the track. I am very confused. What? Is he trying to give us a show right now?
It's a good question.
He's trying to give us a show.
Not sure what's going on there.
He's got back onto the track, cut the corner, broke. I think it was what's happened again? He's just drove into the wall.
I think maybe trying to pull a safety car out here. I don't know. Totally missing his wing. Either that or he's having some kind of equipment difficulty.
Nope. I don't know. I think he's trying to retire, but he can do it in the pits. What has he done?
There it is. There it is. All right. Back to
We've seen that in EU2. Somebody caused a safety car by braking, turning right, but then changing his mind, turning left, going full acceleration into the barrier.
I can't say anything. I've done it myself. Actually, this season in Canada, I was
Whoa.
struggling, and came around that hairpin in Canada and started losing the rear end of the car, and I was like, well, I'm done, and just held the gas and let it spin right into the wall. Didn't even try to correct
Clip
it.
that. Clip that. He's just accepted. He just told us that he tried to cause a safety car.
Good salt.
So,
Fastest lap now, 1:11.1, and
he's in P7.
we just saw
Nowhere near anyone.
we just saw Nick AC. He's caught up. He got that P4 from Heavy Chalice after dropping back so far. Oh, it looks like DB DeVest going wheel to wheel with Orlando, right off the back of him. So maybe not wheel to wheel. It looked like it for a second from that camera angle, but he's right on his tail. And I mean, look, Orlando just towing him around there.
Definitely. He's looks like he's really pushing the car by swinging it. When the tires, should I say, not really have much grip, but there's some grip in. You kind of slide a car, should I say, when you've got so much speed into the fast corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Chubb Tucker. It's quite of a idiot move, should I say.
Well, Destructo seems to have the same opinion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure D Summers in EU2 did that as well. So I'm not sure what's wrong with drivers, trying to cause a safety car. It's league racing. We want to keep it fair and clean and make sure people have fun driving, as we see right now, the top three having the battle of their lives, trying to get that win, as we see a 1-2 for McLaren, and that kick. He's definitely still got the pace to be on that win.
Yeah, these top three got a bit of a gap. Nick AC in P4, he's almost 3 seconds behind. So
he is on all fast as well, so I don't think he'll be catching anytime soon.
No, so you got these top three. They're left to just fight it out on track. We've got 10 laps to go in the race, lap 26 to 36. And the McLaren's doing a great job of working together, not fighting each other, just kind of swapping spots back and forth. And DB, though, he's got something to say about it. He's trying to get in there, and he's in the mix. He's trying to get up in there, and he's on the podium right now. He wants a higher spot on that podium. And he's doing a great job of staying with him. And was fighting. We saw him fighting with Orlando earlier. I think a lap earlier. Now he's dropped down to about half a second, but he's got the DRS. As we see, the McLarens, they've been doing this every lap. They split the track there, try to keep everybody behind them, and it's been working out for him so far.
And reading Destructo's comment is quite funny. It seems like it's just Aston's doing it though. So I'm not sure what's in it for the Astons. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know what's wrong with the car, but it seems like it's just want to cause a safety car or not keep it clean or try to not have fun.
Right. Yeah, not sure. Not the best look. To injure a race like that purposefully, but.
And we did catch it on stream as well, so it will definitely look bad for him.
Well, it's a competitive league. We like to have fun here. We like to keep it clean. Guys do get competitive, and sometimes you just lose your cool a little bit and do silly stuff. Not that it excuses it, but I guess I can understand it a little bit. But yeah, not the best look.
He tried to DNF, and it almost got to the end of the pit stop, but he decided to retire and.
Oh wow! Heavy Chalice hitting the wall there off those bumps, and he's going to lose that position to
like I said, that fourth thing is quite bad. But as you see, Nick going to the pits now, putting on the new mediums, but I don't think he will lose as much positions as someone did crash, which is Heavy Chalice. He's still struggling, but.
He's lost all of his left wing. He's lost the end plate off his right side of his wing. And he's going to hit the pits, do a little cheeky wing change there.
Salt is pretty sure he is on mediums. Let me check for you. No, he is on softs, actually. 5 laps soft.
So
right now,
go ahead.
the McLarens have the most advantage as they are on the hards, and right now would be the time for someone to pit on the medium. So right now the McLarens are doing well
Oh,
on those
DB getting a
mediums.
little loose there. He's gonna.
Oh,
That's gonna hurt him.
uh,
He was so close with the McLarens, and
I
they
think I fixed it.
losing 2 seconds right there, or a second and a half right
Hmm.
off the bat. Good salt on the charge. You could see him coming in the background there, and there he is coming around that final corner, and that's gonna help open it up the opportunity for him to move on up into the podium.
Yeah, I think I've jinxed it. I think I jinxed that. Oh, no, I feel
That
bad.
commentator curse will get you, brother.
Uh, thank God I commentate as well, so I can put more curses on people. Race and commentate. That's what
For those of you at
most
home
people do.
who hadn't guessed already, Rob, he is a student at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and
Yeah, it's true, lads. It's true. I'm sorry.
need a curse, need a hex, holler at Rob. He's your guy. On board here with the Williams, DK Nortec. He's chasing down Cam Tizzle for that P7. Cam, he had a little bit of rough luck during this race, and looks like he's running back into the points. He's up into P7 now. He's got a 5.5-second gap to Fragley ahead in that Red Bull. And DK Nortec, he's in trail, looking to catch up there, about half a second behind. And not good for Cam. No help from the DRS. But DK, he's gonna have a little bit of an advantage there when they come around through this section here, and then after this section, coming into that final corner.
Right now, the best is catching up to the McLarens, and some good soul is in that DRS range. So let's see what happens. This could be a four-way battle. So it would be insane. As a first pass.
Gets ahead of DB there. So we got a Ferrari back in the podium spot.
Looks like Destructor goes to Hogwarts as well, as you did say in the chat. DB is going to defend, hopefully, and help the McLarens. But looks like he's just let him through and said, here you go, you can have a McLarens.
Well, I think, Darwin getting a 3-second penalty for track limits there. But I think DB might know. Salt, he's had great pace all race. He's only behind now because he ran 20 laps on those medium tires, 22 laps on those mediums, and hit the pits, and he's already back up. He's back up into the podium now. He's got good pace. Pablo getting a 3-second for track limits as well. But sorry, the best saying, thinking, Salt's got good pace, let him by. Maybe try to catch that DRS, but he's already lost 1.1 seconds to him. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
The best spinning off that. Oh my God! Right there at the pit too, so he can jump right in. So DB the best gets his position back, and we'll go back and look at that replay.
That joked me. I was on board with Mel Carlson, and as a car with a camera, was on the final banker. All I see is last second, a Ferrari swinging left into the wall and losing his front.
Yeah, you see him come around. I think those bumps got him down there at the bottom of the track. He got his right side off into the grass a little, lost traction, spun straight up into that wall. And we've got a safety car.
It seems like what I've seen in EU2, they lose the car and they go right, but in this, AM2 goes left, so I'm not sure what's happening, but it looks like it's getting a bit cloudy.
Well, I'll tell you why, because here in America, we drive on we sit on the left in the car when we drive, so it weights more to that side. It pulls that direction.
Whilst the people are in the middle of a car, eh?
Old habits die hard, It's like NASCAR.
Yeah, I almost lost the car as well when I was racing. I saved it somehow. I kind of saved the car from spinning. I'm not sure how I did that, but the guy behind me who was following my line did the same thing, but did not catch the car. Yeah, unfortunately, he spun it into the wall whilst I caught it, so I feel sorry for him.
This is huge for the top three, but all three coming into the pits, they're all on 23, 24 lap old tires. And
double second right now, and he will get slowed down, so looks like the best might be jumping in front of that one McLaren, which will be Mel Carlton. But what can I say? Mel Carlton had a brilliant race, being taken out at the start from at the start from Pablo, and now is at that podium spot where he was at the start.
Yes. Yep, Pablo, meanwhile, down there in P13. But this was perfect for them. There was a 25-second gap from the top three to Nick AC and P4. They managed to all come out of the pits and still remain 4 seconds ahead, which I guess doesn't really matter. We're behind the safety car. Everybody's going to catch back up. But nobody lost position other than Mel Carton due to that double stack. And really, in the scheme of things, probably not that big of a deal. We know he has the pace, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. We're on lap 32 at 36. Currently under safety car. We'll probably come back, lap 33, I think, maybe. Safety car might come in after this next lap.
Oh, I don't think so. There's so much people behind as we've got 2 drivers in the pits now. Also, quite an interesting fact, Pablo and Mel Carton had 4 stops this race. 4 stops. So looks like we're hitting a lot. As Nick AC has gained 4 positions in this race so far.
Yeah, let's look at the position changes. 10. Oh, I missed it. There it is. Yeah, Nick AC gaining 11 positions. Van Duke gaining 7. DB the best up there. P2's currently sitting P2. He's gained 9. So those are your 3 biggest winners so far. Well, I guess in Chipman, he's also gained 7 positions. So your 4 biggest winners of the race so far. Biggest loser Pablo plays. That incident off the start, he's never really recovered from that. He's down in P11 now. He's gained a couple spots off that pit sequence. But he's down in P11, lost 10 spots. And by far the biggest loser. But then Heavy Chalice in P12, he's dropped 7. And he's had a bit of bad luck this race as well.
But shall we look at the tires as well? Let's see what the drivers has chose for the, should I say, the few laps.
Looks like mainly softs. Nick AC, I think he stayed out. So he's got the 5-lap-old mediums. They should be good. Bragley, he's got 2-lap-old mediums.
I'm not sure why, but I would probably choose old set of softs. I think they might be better in the short run.
Well, I guess we're about to find out. Oh,
but also
almost forgot our safety car overlay presented by Trax VR.
Oh,
thank God! Thank God I remembered that.
Before BK comes in here and shouts at you.
Yeah, I don't want to incur the wrath of the Canadian. So yeah, thanks to our league partner and sponsor Trax VR for presenting this safety car overlay segment of the race.
As it looks more cleaner, and we do have shall I say, social media at the bottom as well. As we've got our Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter if you do want to check them out as well.
Yeah, so we have we stream live on Twitch. The VODs will be uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to go back and watch a race, check us out on YouTube there at Contest of Speed. Safety car is coming in this lap. We're going to have a 3-lap sprint to the finish here. And Orlando, he's backing them up. Top 3 all on brand new. Well, actually, just about the whole field except for Nick AC on brand new tires.
Oh no, tires, not brand new. Let's see, and he goes. Orlando goes as a.
Oh, he's got a jump on. Wow, he got a hell of a jump on DB the best there. And Mel Carton sticking with DB. Oh, DB defended. He's pushing him around that turn 1. No damage.
As they go 3 wide into turn 1, those are drivers are going 3 wide into turn 1. It's chaos at the back here. Everybody's all grouped up together, but at the front, right now, Orlando is looking in that perfect position. But if you look at the back here, some drivers are struggling to get past each other. It's quite small track, very hard. You want to be very careful, and it's quite of a, should I say, movement track. You always want to turn around these corners.
Oh my God! Holy! We just had a huge crash there. Bandu looked like Fragley was caught up in it as well. Fragley missing almost all of his wing. I think Bandu got some damage as well. Yeah, he's missing an entire front wing.
You know what?
That was huge.
Nick's really holding up the drivers behind him. As we see, the top 3 now, all together. DRS will be enabled this lap. So 2 laps of DRS. What can these drivers do to get that position, the back P1 spot? Right now, it's net P1 for Orlando. But right now, we've got to see, we're past next few laps as Nick AC is up position to some good salt there. But he's still in a good spot there to get some points as Bandu gets attacking second penalty for speeding the pit lane.
Oh, Chipman and Cam Tizzle coming together twice. Van Dute's retired from the session. Fragley in the pits. We've had some beating and banging around that bank corner.
Yeah,
nobody's out, but was a little physical coming through there. Jumping back up to the front, DB to best. He's still right in between those McLarens, holding his own. And I know Mel Carton wants to get around him, make that a 1-2 for McLaren.
Definitely, but we've got to see later on, as we see the drivers are getting closer and closer. De Best is right behind. Look at this. This McLaren sandwich, you know. It's looking very intense for De Best. He's by himself here, as I'm pretty sure the two McLarens are in comms. So let's see what we can do on the final straight here. Down the straight now. What can they do? Looks like Orlando will lose that position to De Best into turn one. What will they do? Keep it nice and clean. No contact so far. Mel Carson getting that show there in front, you know. Get to see these two drivers in front. But right now, the two McLarens could be in a good position here. There's 2 DRS zones left.
They are in a tough spot here. It looks like Chipman, something happened to him. He's dropped some spots. Oh, he's missing the right side of his wing. And Garwood getting ahead of Heavy Chalice there.
Chalice was missing an end plate as well. And is now being attacked by popular players. But let's go on board with the top 3 as we are now entering the DRS zone. So let's see if anything will change on the straight.
Both the McLarens now with DRS. And they're going to have one shot here. Coming out of this complex, they hit the last DRS zone. They're going to have one shot to get that spot from DB to best.
Would it be a 2-3? Would it be a 1-2? Or would it be a 1-3? Let's see what happens on the final straight. All of them burning that ERS. Orlando going not close enough though. But it is a 2-3 from the McLarens. Still a good result as Nick goes up to P6, only losing 2 positions on the old medium set. And what a fantastic race here.
Wow, DB to best really picking his spots there. He had a great time to get ahead and just put just enough of a space between him and Mel Carton there in P2. Just enough space that they couldn't get the pass done on that last straight. Amazing drive from him. Great job from both the McLarens after a bit of hard luck at the beginning of the race. Managing to bring it back for a 2-3. Double podium for McLaren. But the Kick Sauber driver on the top step, raising the trophy. And they're going to spray the champagne. What a race here in Zandvoort. The 2024 Dutch Grand Prix for AM2. Now in the record books. So here's your, here's your final finishing order. DB to best in that Kick Sauber, number 1. 2-3 for McLaren, Orlando, Mel Carton. Some good salt in the Ferrari. Cam Tizzle, P5. Nick AC, Heavy Chalice, Chipman, DK Nortec, Toss Garwin. Then Toss Garwin in 10th. Pablo Plays, Fragley, Van Duke, Chubb Tucker, Speedy B, Angel Lagos, Serrazzle, and T-Nell in P18 bringing up the rear. And that is your AM2 Dutch Grand Prix finishing order.
But what's the race for Mel Carton? Being last and up to 3rd as well. I don't think yet.
Well, look at Nick AC here. Started the race in P15 up to P6.
P6 as well. Almost had P4 as well, if you could hold on to that position. But still doing well for the last few laps.
That's right. And I think I had a clip here. I don't remember which incident this was. I'm going to go back and look at this replay while we wait for these guys to finish up. Oh, I think this was Cam Tizzle. Having a bit of a moment.
Contact there, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, right there. Didn't get a great view of it, but I couldn't remember. I knew I clipped something.
With that incident, I think it was Fragley there and Bandu collision there.
That's right. I knew it was something. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Was it? No, it was the second to last lap. But also, the best overtaking the two McLaren. Well, not overtaking the two McLarens, but overtaking one, and still staying ahead for one lap as well. So, quite a close race towards the end. So it's defo a show to watch again because it was such a good race at the end.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, he picked a great time to get that pass done and make it stick. Like not enough time for them. I think if we'd had another lap on that race, it would have been a different story. But I mean, just great timing on his part, and we've got him. Actually, he's just joined the voice chat and trying to get the McLarens in here. I don't know if they will join or not, but we
I
do
can
have
tag them
DB. Yeah, tag him in the AM2 chat if you can.
as you carry on with the interview.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get our interview started anyway. We've got DB the best in here. Man, what a race! Congratulations on that huge P1.
Man, that
Man,
was wild. My heart is pounding right now.
I bet, man. Mine's I got a little bit of elevated heart rate right now just watching. That was cool to see, man. You were right there with him through that last stint, man. That safety car was huge. All three of you jumped in the pits, got new tires. Y'all were all on like 20 something lap tires, battling it out. I'm sure those tires were screaming. And then fresh tires to the end. Had a little 2-3 lap sprint there. You picked your shot, got ahead on that next to last lap, and was managing to hold them off there to the end. Um, just like it was drawn up, or was that just kind of taking advantage of the opportunity that came to you?
Um, Honestly, I just was kind of doing it when it came along. I mean, it happened. I happened to look up coming out of the second to last turn, that little right hander, and I noticed it was about to be the last lap, and I was like, all right, this is my chance. I got to get ahead of him here going into one because I figured my best chance was going to be in front there. I didn't know if they had how much more straight line speed they had than me, but I figured I would have just enough to stay in front at the line, which ended up being true. But I mean, if it wasn't for the safety car, I think Salt was probably going to win that race. It looked like those softs were definitely prevailing at the end of that run there. I pitted on lap 8 for those mediums. I wasn't even sure if they were going to make it. I was just trying to hold on. I almost wrecked like 3 different times the last couple laps there. So the safety car definitely helped me out. And yeah, I mean, coming to that last restart, I had to try my damnedest to hold Mail Carton back because he was getting a really good run there on the restart. I had a terrible restart. I managed to hold him back, and the pass just worked out on the last lap there, and I think it was what 86 hundredths of a second that I stayed ahead by at the line.
Yeah, it was very close. Well, and that I forgot all about that restart, but you're right. Yeah, we saw it on stream. That last safety car restart Orlando, he got the jump on y'all, and I think immediately opened up to like over half a second off that restart. And we thought, we was like, oh no, but and Mail was like right on you. But you managed to hold him off, bring it back in, get around. Um, Also, that safety car pit sequence there, the McLarens they double stacked, and I think that puts you right between them, which was huge. Those guys have been working together so well all race. We saw it multiple times, like coming down that start straight, they'd hit the DRS, they'd spread out to take up the whole track, um, and you just be kind of behind them. They swap positions, they didn't really fight. I'm sure it's tough for you up there by yourself trying to fight against two of them, 2-on-1, and you managed to get it done. But man, that was a great race, man. Anything you'd like to
Thank
say to
you.
the people watching at home?
Uh, well, you going back to the thing on pit road with them double stacking. It's funny you say that because like going through the race, there's so many things going through your head and thinking about strategy that I didn't even realize it at first when we were going down the pits that they were double stacking. And then when I came out in front of Mel Carton, I was like, oh, that's what just happened. So I mean, I just I don't know. I'm happy to get a win. Hopefully, I don't get any penalties to take this one away this time, and this one sticks. And I hope everybody enjoyed watching the race.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself, and I think Rob. We had a hell of a time watching it. Y'all put on a great show, man. And
Definitely.
once again, congratulations on that P1. Rob, anything from you before we kick it over to Orlando?
Well, did you kind of struggle when you were in that McLaren sandwich, should I say, because you were in that middle, but then you overtook one on the second to last lap. So
Yeah, I
How
mean,
was
I
it?
knew they were trying to work together. So, like I said, I was trying my best to keep Mail Carton behind me, and then if I got a chance to make my move on Orlando, and it all worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it was a quite close one towards the end, but you kept that P1 position, and then Orlando almost kissing you towards the line. So that was definitely a close one.
I was sweating coming to the line, that's for sure. I was not confident I was staying ahead.
Yeah, that those mediums you had, those mediums. I think it was on the second stint, maybe. I think you kind of struggling, but then you won. You went up and down a lot as well on that
Yeah,
pace.
the beginning of the race was I don't know. It was interesting. I couldn't pass anybody at the beginning on the mediums, and then I had a broken wing. I had to go to hards, and the safety car came out like a lap after that, and I was like, well, my best chance is on mediums, so I threw on my other set of mediums and was gonna make those last until the end. I don't know how well it would have turned out, but that last safety car allowed me to get those softs and get a better shot.
Well, congrats on that P1, but it was defo quite interesting race, and you definitely need to watch it back because it was a good battle, should I say, from our perspective.
I will definitely be watching it back later, and thank you guys.
Thank you, man. Congrats again. Uh, get you a breather. I know you need it. That was intense. But have a good one. Congrats on the win. And I think now we're going to kick it over to Orlando here from the McLaren team. Orlando, are you with us?
Oh yeah, what's up, guys?
How's it going, man?
Good, good. How are you?
Oh man, it's great. That's man. I can't say enough, man. That was a hell of a race. Uh,
It was a crazy one for sure. Yeah.
oh man. Well, I mean, you and Mail worked so well together. Looking, pretty dominant. Look, for most of that race, it looked like it was just going to be the McLarens and the Ferraris was going to be like the big battle to watch out for over this race, and ended up DB coming in and stealing the show. But man, you and Mail worked so well together. We saw you swapping positions, not fighting each other, dragging each other around. Um, I know there was one point I forget who Mail was fighting with, and you were ahead. And I think Salt was leading.
I think
You
it
were
was
two.
one of the Ferraris, I think, maybe.
Yeah, and like it seemed like you slowed down to get him within DRS to kind of help him defend. Is that what happened there, or did he just have enough pace to catch up to you? I don't even remember what lap it was. It was like kind of towards the middle of the race.
Yeah. It was, I think, after I went into the hearts and some of them stayed on the old compound. So yeah, I kind of saw it as. I mean, even from the start of the quali, I didn't really have much pace. I mean, Mel was able to do some really good quali runs, and I just couldn't even come close to his time. So qualifying in seventh, I knew that this was more going to be like a trying to stay behind someone with DRS and just kind of switch back and forth, or I would just gonna end up, losing position. So as soon as I saw him behind me, I kind of just slowed down a little bit that he can catch up and just kind of play that DRS game back and forth. So I'm glad that he was able to catch the hints, and yeah, we were just kind of just carrying each other and just keeping us alive.
Yeah, well, and it certainly worked out. I think you would drop down. You're like 5 seconds behind Salt at that point, but he was on like I think he ran 22 laps on those mediums. That first set of mediums he started on, and y'all had already pitted for fresher tires. So we were kind of looking at it like, man, he's losing time to Salt. But then we're like, well, he's got a pit, so they'll catch him in the pits unless it's a safety car. But even then, you'll be right back with him. I
Yeah.
personally, I think that was a great call. It worked out well. Um, so then, y'all worked really well together. You got up ahead. It was a 1-2. DB coming in there, he was fighting with y'all. Y'all were 1-2 fighting with him behind, and then double stacked on the pit, and he got in between you. Um, can you kind of take us there from that like last pit stop to the end? Kind of what was going on from y'all's perspective on that?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think the safety car kind of not helped us because I think DB had an old medium, so we were just kind of thinking. Well, I was thinking that DB was just gonna fall off after a couple runs, so that safety car definitely helped them. And I feel like if we would have been for a safety car, it would have been a 1-2. But after the safety car, I mean, I didn't have any new softs. I only had like heavily used softs, so I knew it was gonna be a tough, and I really needed to like nail the restart after the safety car. So I was able to accomplish that. But even so, like they were able to catch up to me pretty quickly. guess of the tire wear that I had. So I just didn't notice really that we were in the pretty much last lap, and I kind of let DV pass a little bit easier than I would have normally. I would have fought a little bit more, really, but yeah, I mean, it was just trying to just stay alive. I know Mel had a couple of slips in the last couple of laps, so that kind of hurt him a little bit and trying to help me in defend. But I mean, it was still a good result after all of that.
Yeah. Well, and I guess oh, I just had a question and like it's just left me like a follow up to that. Um, damn, something about God dang it. Okay, well, never mind. Moving on. Sorry, I had something to go along with that, and I just totally blanked. Um, but yeah, man, y'all did great working together. I mean, it's funny, seeing that like he's struggling a little bit, but y'all managed to stay in there, but it just wasn't enough there at the end. But I mean, still a double podium, still huge points for the team.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
I mean, great race, and y'all looked so dominant the whole time. Um, I think maybe a little bit of a heartbreaker not to get a 1-2 or at least a 1-3, but I definitely think it's still one to be proud of. And then
Oh
I
yeah.
guess next week we're going to Belgium. So anything y'all think maybe doing different for next week? Get a little bit better result
No,
or just
I
kind of
mean, just kind of keep doing what we're doing now. I mean, I knew from the start. I kind of when we were choosing teams, I reached out to Mel and I told him, hey, I know we're both quick and we have the chance of winning constructors and even drivers championship. So now that we're kind of like talking a little bit more and understanding each other, I feel like we're starting to get to the point where we're really becoming a team here. So I think these last couple of races will definitely be a big thing for McLaren.
well, we'll definitely be watching for that. Yeah, get the teamwork finally going here. We're at right at the midpoint of the back half of the midpoint of the season. So we've got 5 more races to go. It only goes up from here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. Um, I think that about covers it for me. Rob, anything to add before we sign it off on here?
Well, you Mel defo had a great race. Working together. Well, unfortunately with Mel, he had a terrible start. A couple of plays, but your two guys team worked well. What was the plan out there for you two?
Yeah, I mean, it was just, I mean, I saw him kind of lose all those positions in the beginning, and I was like, oh damn. But I knew Mel is a pretty good. It's funny because he has a lot of these tough starts, but he really does make a really good comeback. So I wasn't too worried. But yeah, as soon as I saw him that he was behind me, that's when I was like, all right, let's draw this in. Let's do some teamwork and just kind of work together. So it definitely paid off.
Yeah, you almost had the best at the end of the race. Do you think you could have changed something to overtake him? Maybe an exit the corner, or did you go a bit wide?
As far as DB, like passing DB.
At the end there, because you
Yeah,
almost had him.
yeah, I almost had him. Man, my strategy was to like pass him before the final lap, and I just miscalculated how many laps we had left. I thought we had 2 laps left, so I kind of went easy on him on passing him or him passing me on the straight there. And then I just didn't notice that was the last lap. So after that, I was just trying to see if I could get as close as possible for that last straight. But I mean, it's definitely not enough. It's a hard like place to overtake us. The DRS doesn't run that long, but yeah, it was just a miscalculation on my part of how many laps were left, really.
Mm. Yeah, it's a good race for you. Sitting at the top there, and Mel, crashing up to the top as well. But congrats to the team. You guys did very well to defend off some drivers, but almost had a 1-2. But the best was there, and it got you guys, and you played it very well. But congrats on that, P2.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Congrats to McLaren's on the double podium. Congrats to you on P2. DB the best. Congratulations on that P1. Hell of a race. Great show from everyone in AM2. And I'll take this second here. We're gonna do another little self promo. If you go to the Twitch chat, !Discord, that'll send you a link to the Contest of Speed Discord where you can join up. If you like what you saw on track tonight, would like to be a part of the on track action, we'd love to have you join. We've got We've got American and European divisions, tiers for all skill levels. We got a little something for everybody, and we're always looking for more drivers. So just ! Discord in the Twitch chat. We'll get you the link to the Discord to join up. Come be a part of our community. Even if you're not interested in racing competitively, we'd love to have you. It's a great community to be a part of. And also, if you like what you saw and want to see more of it, we'll be back tomorrow night from Zandvoort with AM1 at 9 p.m. Eastern. EU1 will be racing. It'll be 4 p.m. Eastern for us Americans and 9 p.m. UK time for our European counterparts. And then after that, we'll be coming back next week from Belgium, Spa, for the Belgian Grand Prix. And we've got we're doing a little sprint to the end here. We'll have another 5 races every week, or we'll have a race a week for the next 5 weeks to finish out season 14. We're right at the halfway point. We just come back from break, ready to rock and roll, refreshed, and it's going to be a great time. So be sure to join us here. If you haven't followed us here, Cost Formula 1 on Twitch, give us a follow. Helps the channel, helps us spread the message, get more people watching, which means more people in the league, so we can continue to bring this excellent F1 24 action to you all. With that being said, I think that sums it up for me. I'm Electric Entree, along with Rob Starr, filling in for BK tonight for AM2. But thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night.